crosses we've done like this is going to be the most difficult to do, because it's not only totally unscripted, which is not unusual, but I'm really not sure what we're going to say. We're actually talking, well, it's an article about the ring. It's the third one, and it's taken probably 3 or 4, probably 5 weeks to put up, and it's been written for quite some time, but fair bits happened, and all to do with that ring. The article itself is meant to be the next extension in this investigation. Look, we've proven the ring was found well over a metre and beneath the surface. Tens of thousands of years it's been buried here. Shouldn't be in Australia. Only one of its kind, and is 99.9% for sure has an imprint of Atlantis upon it. That part we know. The part we're trying to work out is, what does it do? And of course the claims are that it has some sort of magical esoteric power, which is, even now, after what we've been through, difficult for me, because it really is 5 elements and together it makes magic. It sort of doesn't make sense to the rational mind. But after what I've seen with this ring over the last couple of months, nothing does. Look, this is a story where we got to the stage, we said, okay, we had 5 different psychics at that time involved with this ring, and they all contacted me independently and have put together a narrative that was so seamless. You'd swear one person was saying the whole thing, and what we've basically done is put that together and shown you how that story runs across. And the reason is that if it is a mystical piece of work, then really going to a laboratory is not going to help, because they don't acknowledge this sort of stuff. So we've got to try and find different ways of getting an answer. And I can tell you, to an extent, we do with these 5 psychics, but I have to tell you also that this particular article was written nearly a month ago, and a lot's happened since. And 95% of that I just couldn't put up. I have enough trouble dealing with it now. But what I can tell you is, when I started this part of the equation to try and find out if it did have some sort of extraordinary power, I made point that I laid it on my chest the very first night, and it pulsated 5-second rings, and I could feel it running through. And I said, okay, fine. I believe it has that power, and it could work on a person, but I didn't know if that's as far as it went. Well, I can now tell you, after what I've seen, it just doesn't work on one person, and its impact and power is far greater than even I suspected. But so little of it I can actually share with you. I'll do what we can. There's an article with the one we've written. The one that follows is called The Ring Has Spoken, and that's really a story about some of the things the ring has actually done and shared, and that's more specific. But for now, this article is primarily to let you guys know that this ring does have a mystical side to its equation, and it's real. And it has to be spoken about, because this is what it's here for. And I'm not sure what it is, but these 5 people start in breaking that process down. And you'll find within this story that we do believe we have found how to turn the ring on, and that process began. And then soon after, it went all over the place, but we'll get to that later. But for now, what we do believe that article talks about this is, yes, it's been turned on, then it's gone to strange places and unusual things have happened, but it's fine. It's all back where it should be now. But what that does, I don't know. But I do know one thing. Something's going to happen. I'm just not sure what it is. But it's begun. And that's as far as we can go with this article. And there will be more.